So now I'm continuing on. I just finished the other one, and now I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to try to eat a little food, anticipating what's going to happen. Yesterday, I had a wonderful thing happen. For supper, they brought me 2 salads. Again, I need these salads. I really can't eat the tomato in them, but I eat the cucumber, and the cucumber is good. The broccoli is good. I shouldn't eat any pasta. If I eat pasta and grains and carbohydrates, because I have diabetic retinopathy, they will cause me to go blind. If I eat sugar, that'll cause me to go blind. I don't want Splenda, because Splenda raises your blood pressure. If you don't have, it raises your blood pressure. If you don't believe me, look it up online and find out and investigate. It raises your blood pressure. But that's good for these places because they like you to have high blood pressure and take medicine to control it. But the medicine is, that's so stupid. That's absolutely stupid. When all you need to do is have a correct diet, a good diet, that making money selling the food this way, they can make as much money selling it the right way. And if they do it the right way, whole many more people are going to make money making the food. And a lot of the problems in the world are going to be solved. You'll see that when you look at all these videos connected either on this channel or the other, and you read the documents and you get involved, that not only is the way my religion says to eat healthier and better and safer, but it also would tend to start to solve a lot of problems. Global warming would be solved. The whole problem in Mexico with the people wanting to come to the United States to work because they can't get good work in Mexico. A whole of Mexico could be used to make eggs. And the eggs would be, if it's done right, would be healthy. In fact, Mexico and most of South America wouldn't be able to produce the eggs that we need in this country right. But I'll tell you, if I made the eggs the way they're supposed to be made, and I sold them for $1 a piece, $12 a dozen, the first time you tried some of them, and you would not like them. The second, then you would think about it and you'd realize that it's you that's confused about what an egg is supposed to be like, and you would try them again, and they would be so healthy for you, and they would be so tasty and so good that then you wouldn't buy any more American eggs. And you can't raise an egg in the United States that's safe. It's not possible. You have to raise eggs in the equator and the tropics where there's a direct sunlight. Chickens are only supposed to eat grass and bugs. They're not supposed to eat any grains or have any phytic acid in them. If they do, when you eat the chicken, you're eating a poison chicken, and it's harming you. The chemicals end up in you, and they change your DNA. They not only harm you, but they harm your reproductive system, are affected, and then your children are born with defects, and your grandchildren are, because the genes are getting worse as they go down. Plus, if you're eating this way, your children will be eating this way, and their children will. And I'll tell you that things that you eat before the age of 5 have a great effect on your genes and what you think is your normal, natural way of being, that God made you this way. And it isn't. It's in your food. It's coming from the food. It's coming from the pasteurized milk, and it's coming from the phytic acid, and it's coming from the meat that is that your body cannot digest and absorb the minerals from, because of other issues which we've explained in these videos. But here we are now, and what I'm going to have to do today, everything is here. This salad is what you want. The immune system is made up of chemicals, and the chemicals come not from, you won't get much of it from iceberg lettuce, and you won't get much of it from even romaine lettuce, although that has some. But if you can get what they call salad mix, where it's tiny, an assortment of tiny, this is all romaine, and there's no salad mix in here. I'll eat it, but it's of no help to me. You see the cucumber, and it has the green on it. I eat the cucumbers because I won't go through that right now. But I eat them to get some of that skin. I can't have too much because my teeth are not good, because I didn't learn how to eat right when I was a child, and I ate foods that allowed my teeth to rot. And not sugar, but other foods. And my parents ate the same thing, and my grandparents ate a lot of it. And my grandparents eating those foods. So this is salad, but it's not the salad I need. You need to eat these salad mix. I won't go through the names of them, but an assortment of colors, especially the red and the green and the white. You need to eat that every day, a pound of them, half a pound. Well, not a pound, but at least a half a pound or close to that. If you do that every day for a month, you will be, if you eat the way we're talking for a month, you will suddenly realize that you feel completely different than you ever felt before in your life. You will be amazed at how you feel. Your life will absolutely change around. You can almost accomplish that by using really good quality supplements, but you can't, because you can't get your food from supplements, and most of the supplements that you buy are going to cause you to have kidney stones or maybe gallstones, because it's just not the way they're supposed to be. Your body's supposed to gradually, continuously draw these nutrients out of green, leafy vegetables, not seeds, green, leafy vegetables. And if you're putting it in right, you're going to get the minerals, the vitamins, the chemicals your body needs to run your immune system. And your immune system keeps you from having, when you deal with stress, it allows you to deal with it. And then if cells are damaged in your body, it repairs them. If they're dead, it gets rid of them. And if it has any effort left, it can make new ones. But it will always work with the stress first, and then it will do the other thing. So if you don't have enough chemicals, you'll use them up, and then you won't. And then that's part of why we age, because we're not absorbing the minerals. And we talked about the papaya and the pineapple and keeping them coming in. That's good. But now what I have to do, now this meat here, this is American meat, I assume. They haven't told me otherwise, and I don't believe it's otherwise. And this is American meat. And the cows were raised a little bit on grass, but even then, half of what they ate was hay, the beef, whatever, because they don't have grass to eat all year long. They have to eat hay, which is dried grass, and it's not good for them because it wasn't raised in a place where there's a lot of hot sun. Instead, it's raised in a place where there's only sun, a little bit of sun. And to be healthy, you got to eat animals that ate grass, and the grass is in the equator and in the tropics, and it's absorbing the sunlight as well as the nutrients from the ground, and it puts it in the grass, and the animals eat the grass, and they convert it into meat, and we eat the meat, and that meat, red meat and lamb meat and every kind of meat, is healthy. It's healthy, healthy, healthy. The reason American meat is unhealthy is they don't eat that green. They don't eat things that have things in it to strengthen their immune systems. And then when they go to butcher cows in the United States, it's been a long, long time since they've been doing this. They pull them into stalls near the slaughterhouses, and they feed them corn, silage, and different parts of the corn, because corn is very, very sweet. It's also very, very poisonous. But poison doesn't necessarily kill you. You eat it and it dies. Some poisons are very slow acting, and you don't even notice they're poison. And that's what corn is. It is. You eat corn and it's harming you. And everything that you eat is made from corn. The meat that you eat, that is American made, they start feeding it corn, and for a month and for 2 months and 3 months, and then it gets to a point where the animal will die because it's eating corn, because the corn is killing it, and they're giving it so much corn so fast that it actually causes the animal's meat to be dissolved inside the animal while it's still living. It destroys their muscles and their bone. I won't know about the bones, but it destroys their meat. And they really timed it to the point where most cows, by the time they kill the cow, maybe within a week or two after that, if they wouldn't have butchered it, it would drop dead. And then because of that, they fill it with all these antibiotics and these steroids and things to keep it alive so it doesn't drop dead. It would drop dead sooner if they didn't. And then they they pretend that they don't let it eat this for a few days or a few weeks, and it gets out of their system, and then they butcher it. But basically, if you eat American meat, especially ground beef, you're eating corn, and at least 1 out of so many millions of children who get fed a McDonald's hamburger drop dead, or they get a sickness that you never heard of that comes from eating that ground beef that the hamburger was made from, because of the way that they process the animals to kill them now. You used to be, a store would buy meat and it would grind it up locally. Now all the meat is ground up at where they butcher the animals. And there could be 1,000, I don't know how many a day, they'll butcher them, and all the meat gets ground up and mixed into a hamburger, and it's all mixed together. And if there's one cow in that whole thing that has this disease in it, it'll be mixed in with all the hamburgers, and somewhere places it'll survive, some it won't. But that's why eating any American ground beef or ground meat of any sort is dangerous. It's deathly dangerous. And the only people know about it are the few people whose children have died eating it, or adults died eating it, or sometimes adults have developed an immunity against these things so that they won't kill you so fast, but they'll kill a child. And it's amazing. You find out when you have one of these children and they're dying that the law protects McDonald's for having sold you the hamburger, and you can get $1 million from them, but your child will die. But you can't sue them. You can't sue the meat. But the laws, similar to the kind of laws that the Democrats passed when Obama wanted everyone to have health care, and they have to take it. The laws are made up to protect these businesses and these industries, and also the media either is stupid or they're mean and they won't tell you the truth, or they'll give little stories, but they do it in a way that you really never realize what's going on unless you really look at it. So one reason I don't want to eat this ground beef is I know that I could die from it because there could be a disease in it that would kill me. The other reason I don't want to eat it is I know it's all corn, and corn is if you eat this meat and you go to a place that analyzes hair, and the hair tells you what an animal eats, you'll find out that it will look like you ate corn, lots and lots of corn, because the chickens and the eggs and the beef are all fed so much corn that it's there, and you're eating corn. And but all right, and the chickens might not get corn, but they do. They might get other grains. Doesn't matter. If you eat an organic chicken, you're eating a chicken that's been fed organic poison instead of non-organic poison. And you can't get a chicken in the United States that was only fed grass and bugs. You can't, unless you go very few places. I got some once in a while from some Amish friends that just raised the chickens and didn't feed them. But so there's a struggle. You can look up the video, the thing, King Corn, and you can look up other related videos about talking about the whole meat system. And you can look up mob herding and mob grazing. We'll eventually get ties to those things here. You could read what we have, which explains all this in detail, and we're saying it because some people need to hear it, and some people would rather not waste their time and their battery power looking at a YouTube video. They just like to have the information. And most of the sites that give you this information make it so hard to get the information that eventually you tire of it. So whoever's running the system, however it's being run in a way that isn't good for you, isn't good for me, it's good for them, and we lose out. And this is why we're doing this. This is why I'm doing this. The nursing home is insane. The food is insane. The doctors are insane. Of course, they call me insane because I know and things. I'm very fortunate. I know lots of stuff. So here I have lettuce I'll eat, but it won't do me any good. Meat I don't want to eat, but I'm tempted because I'm hungry. Broccoli I'll eat. The cucumbers I'll eat. And either I got to have no salt, and then because I have no potassium, or I got to get the potassium to add to me, and then I can eat some of this food and not have such high blood pressure. It's very frustrating. And a person in a nursing home or sick shouldn't be having stress. especially when I don't have the minerals that my body needs to cope with stress. So, do you get it? We're going to cut this off now, and we'll continue another one after the lunch comes. The supper will come in a few hours, and then I'll know what I'm going to have to eat, choose between for the whole day, and then I'll try to eat what may help lower my blood pressure. Of course, since I'm dealing with stress, then and I was going home to get at home. I have a home. I go there. I was going there daily and sort of getting things there that I needed to eat to keep myself better. And I was able to go out and buy groceries and bring them here. And then they did all these things, which it's all documented. You're going to see it if you ever have any interest. I'm going to try and show it to a jury and prove it. And try to change the system, because I love you, whoever you are. I want you healthy. Goodbye. Thank you. We'll stop now.